But Shruti, you've also been very open about your anxieties. Why did you feel that need? Not everybody wants to admit to the fact that they've had therapy, although I think a lot of people need it and
I
should
get this
really go
really
in.
amazing quote, Kaveree ji, that said half of us are in therapy for the people in our lives who don't go to therapy.
That's true.
And I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
That really works. No, but seriously, why did you feel the need? Was it a lot of young women coming up to you or digitally saying that, you know, this is what we relate to. We are like that, or what was it?
There is something in the beginning of a film, you have disclaimers.
Yeah.
We have not injured animals, or we do not promote tobacco and alcohol. And you still need to do that, right? A
Right.
person needs to come with certain level of explanation.
Right.
Now, I feel like people also, we don't realize that sometimes the disclaimer of saying these are my flaws and these are my journeys to strength, not showing up on the first place podium with your muscles flexed is not a journey worth
Right.
admiring, at least to me. And I felt like I was only aiming to appear like the perfect chiseled Gold Cup holding bodybuilder on the first place podium.
Right.
And I was working so damn hard to do that. And that wasn't me, it wasn't anybody, it was somebody else's version of me. So like I always said, I was starting to live a caricature of myself, where I was starting to become like, those paper dolls you open up and I didn't know which was the center.
Right.
Like literally.
Yeah.
And I realized that this core of anxiety, which is why for me in my life sobriety comes in as well. I like to have a clean life so that my thoughts and I are very much connected.
Right.
Includes isolating. I mean, now isolating sounds like, okay, we know what that means.
Yeah.
The reason I've been okay with lockdown is because I had begun to isolate myself and have alone Shruti time much before.
Right.
That's a part of therapy and healing, is to not avoid the anxiety, but to let it pass through you.
Right.
I've seen that, it's never going to go away. You're
Yeah.
always recovering from different versions of anxiety. So if anyone's anticipating that I've been in therapy now and it's going to be fine, like, no, it's not. It's a journey of compassion towards yourself. The reason I felt I should talk about it is literally that disclaimer thing I was saying. I was saying, here I am trying to project an image or some sort of, I don't even know what, like somebody else is holding the pen and drawing for me. And I felt like a part of the honesty to myself was also shattering this sort of fake glass I had constructed between the world and me. And I felt like talking about anxiety might help, because I wished that I had more people talking about it when I was going through it.
Right.
Because, like I've said before, this job is a very, very high tension, high anxiety job to begin with.
Yeah.
And then to have no understanding that I'm suffering from anxiety and like shooting my nerves, like rubbing it down to a numb, saying, why am I not good enough? Why am I stressing out? Why am I not balancing this? Why am I substituting things with other things?
Right.
I think this is where it really began, the work of therapy and dealing with my anxiety disorder.
Right.
Yeah.
So did you read a lot? Did you go into therapy? Did you?
Yes.
Yeah. So how did that help you over a period of time? How did you sort of learn who you are actually? And are you now more comfortable with yourself?
I think so. I think you'd say so as well. Like,
I would definitely.
yeah. And it was a process of, you can talk to your friends and family, but they don't have the ability to have an objective perspective beyond the point. And that's where the therapist comes in. And I really want to say to people, the amount of times I've heard, "Main pagal nahi hu, main therapist kyun ja?"
Right.
I mean, I'm saying even educated people, I'm perfectly fine. No one's perfectly fine, honey.
Exactly.
And if you have a fever or a migraine for 4 days, or if you have an ankle that feels like it's sprained, you're going to go to a doctor.
Yeah.
Why then it's baffling to me that you would believe that the mind, just because we can't see it, doesn't need that sort of assistance to rehabilitate.
Absolutely. Speaking of chiseled and perfection, Shruti, you've been open even about your plastic surgery, which is truly, I mean, it's one of the last, outposts of, being secretive and, being sort of shying away from admitting to it. But of course, and I'm sure you've been asked this 1,000 times, but you're already perfect looking. Why would you do something like that?
So I fixed my nose. It was part aesthetic. I would say it was 40% aesthetic.
Right.
It was 60% that I literally couldn't breathe. It was like it was a broken nose, to put it
Right.
simply. And I also didn't like the aesthetic of it. See, all I'm saying to people is, if you want to fix your face because you are looking at your face in the mirror every morning, do it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do it, don't do
Don't
it.
do it.
There are faces where and everyone thinks that like everything is surgery. It's not. There are many non-invasive, non-permanent procedures that every actress, mind you, has done a little bit of.
Absolutely. I don't think anyone has not. But they don't like to admit to it, you know?
Yeah, they're like, "Nay, I've lost weight." I'm like, "Sure, okay." But it's fine. I don't judge. And I just felt like, in a day and age where everyone's living on Instagram, and those lips are not possible by the hand of God, like, I just didn't see the point of being dishonest about it. And my journey is like I said, my flaws have been out on display. Like the exhibit is Shruti Haasan's flaws come 2 days only. Yes, you saw the process and you saw me reduce them and you saw me put them on in the first place. And today I've come to a happy medium. And tomorrow, if I do a procedure I really like, I'll share it. And I'm not promoting. I'm not telling young girls to do it.
Right.
In fact, I have to admit that it comes from a place of esteem and self-esteem issues to begin with.
Right.
And that is my journey to deal with, you know. So, but I just didn't feel like hiding it. Also, it was very obvious that I had stuff done. So it felt a bit dumb to like hide it.
Well, I won't say how many people are dumb enough to hide it. So on this journey, Shruti, when you look back at, or when, sometimes you sit with your dad or your mom separately or together, do you sometimes talk? I thought as much, but you never know. But do you sometimes talk to them about what it was like for them when they were sort of in the same position, or is it more emotional stuff?
My dad is a major storyteller even in real life.
Right.
Everything is a Kamal Hassan production. So even the most mundane of stories are just absolutely wonderful to listen to. And the times in which he and my mom worked, I feel that they were more free than we ever are. And I feel like their ability and fearlessness to experiment or express their opinion or make even, like my dad and mom saying, "No, we're going to have Shruti and this is how we're going to do it." I don't see that level of courage and openness in 2020. I don't. It's so much driven by the projections and expectations. So when I hear their stories, what I always take away from it is courage of all kinds, artistic, emotional.
Absolutely. Yeah. And your mom especially has always struck me as being someone who's lived so much by her
both of them
terms.
are just like my drum, my beat, my dance.
Exactly. So it's no wonder that you turned out like this. I hope they're proud of you and your sister.
I hope so too. Yeah.
Do they sometimes tell you, are they cheesy like that or no?
No.
They're not cheesy parents.
No, and especially my dad is a very Tamilian dad. He's like, "Bahut bolenge to bigad jayegi." So.
But your mom is still such an amazing artist at this age, and I feel that she needs to do much more work. I don't know why she doesn't do more work.
You should tell her.
Can you please tell her?
I will also tell her. You also tell her.
Yeah, because I think she is one of the finest actors we have.
Yes.
What I'd love to see is both of you together in a film or a series. There has to be someone out there who wants to cast both of you.
Exactly. It has to be very not just for the sake of a casting.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not just a gimmick. That it's
exactly not just a gimmick. Exactly.
What about your sister's journey? That's also been interesting. You want to talk a little about that? How have you been giving her tips? Does she take your advice?
I don't give her tips. I think like her whole approach from the beginning, even choosing Shamatab as her first film, that looked everything. It's amazing, that she was like, "This is how I'm going to do it. And also to be under the guidance of someone like Balki sir, like very nice, like an incredible star.
Right.
Really, Akshara has much more of a vibe of going with her own flow and rhythm. Probably she gets that from mum,
Yeah.
really, of not going on other people's timelines. And I really appreciate that. She does things on her own terms, and she always bring. I think she has a very beautiful face, and by that I mean not the green eyes alone, or the,
Yeah.
I feel she has Papa's expressive face. So
Yeah.
I, as a sister, love watching her on the screen.
Right. Right.